Welcome back. Episode 40 of the Purple Rain podcast with Simply AS10 and my guy Sutton Def. Welcome back. And boy, do we have news to talk about today. But first, housekeeping. Where can they find you on Instagram, Twitter, hell, MySpace? Where can they find you?
Ooh, I don't know about MySpace. That's a huge throwback. It's way back in the day. But Twitter or Instagram, you can find me at Sutton Def. That's at SUTTONDEF, exactly how you see it on the screen right there. And my guy, Simply AS10, you can find him on Twitter at Simply AS10. The L is a capital I on Twitter. And on Instagram, you can find him at simplyas10.prod, exactly how it is spelled down below. Like you said, just housekeeping things. Make sure you guys go ahead and like that video before we even get started. Before we get too far into this, go ahead and hit that like button because it helps us out a ton. You guys don't even know
what happens if we don't hit a like goal. What happens.
What happens?
The kids, man, they don't eat.
Oh,
yeah.
See? Y'all know. The Rain Gang knows. I'm about to pull y'all up here in the chat. I think we said to check in here. Yeah, there we go. We got the Rain Gang in here tonight. Darius is in the building. JTB is in the building. Falou is in the building.
Everybody.
Mod Gang, K-Dog is in the building. Big shout out to K-Dog for coming through. I got SG, Charles Holloway, Freddie V, Tyler, 2K Crossover. 2K Crossover is back. I don't think he was able to make last week's episode, but he is back. So appreciate you for coming through. Our guy Void is in the house. Let's see. Right Shoe Mania, Rain Gang. I love your name, by the way. Right Shoe Mania. Boz.
But real quick.
Yeah.
Me and Boz. I literally just got done playing Mutt Squads with Boz. And I hop on Twitter. I had a notification from a subscriber of mine. He's like, yo, is this you? A subscriber played me and Boz and Mutt Squads. It was the coolest thing in the world.
Hey, bro.
I recognize. And of course, we don't go easy. Shout out to Boz. We won 24-17. But hey, if they want to play us in Madden, invites there. They know.
Invites there. You heard it here first, folks. If you want to play Simply AS10, I'm sure Boz would love to, play as well. Me included. Man, listen, all you got to do is hit us up. Just DM us, mention us on Twitter. We'll give you our gamer tag. I know we both play PlayStation.
Yes.
But, yeah, you guys can hit us up if you guys are on PlayStation. We're down to play some Madden, Call of Duty, whatever it is, Just hit us up. But just finishing up the check-in here, we got Don Shea is in here. Ryan is in the building as well. Let's see, Travis Dial making another appearance. Thank you for coming through again, bro. Bruno, my guy Bruno is in the building. He says, yo, Rain Gang, what's good? Listen, man, my guy Quando is here. Always coming through, always supporting, man. Appreciate you for coming through tonight. Listen, guys, we got a lot to talk about. Also, King is in here too. Big shout out to King. Big shout out to King.
Pretty cool. Everybody's seeing the chat right now. I saw earlier in the Sammy Watkins stream. So a big shout out to the Ravens, just YouTube viewers. Because I think everybody was in there. I know Engraven was in there. You were in there. Yeah. I was in there. Coach was in there. Raimi was in there. I know King of Pugo was in there. I saw everybody. They were in there.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Whole squad, they showed up.
Yes. Let's talk about it. So the Sammy Watkins introductory press conference.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about it? First initial reactions.
Just real quick, we got Humble Beast 909 here. Says, what's good? First time listening. Big shout out to you. Thank you for joining the stream tonight, bro. Also, my guy KLA Sports is in here, and my guy Josh Price has joined the stream tonight. Yeah, everybody's here tonight. So y'all know we got some good Ravens football content coming for you guys tonight. Make sure you stick around. But like my guy Alex said, Sammy Watkins.
Yes.
He had his first presser today. And dang, we can't even get into it yet because we got our first super chat donation from my guy Travis Dial. Big shout out to Travis.
Thank you, bro.
He says, for the kids, let's feed them early. I know that's right, man. Just get it out of the way. Get out of the way early,
And you know what? None of that breadcrumbs and soup type stuff. The real deal. The steak and lobster, the surf and turf. They'll be fed in due time.
Exactly. Yeah. Big shout out to you, Travis. Thank you so much for donating and supporting the channel. All right, so let's go ahead, officially get into it. Sammy Watkins, he meets the media. So like you just asked me, the biggest takeaways from the Sammy Watkins press conference for me, man. Number one, his talk about Greg Roman. That was the number one thing.
He called him Greg. That's what stuck out to me.
Yeah.
Greg.
Obviously they're on a first name basis, Yeah. They know each other. As we know, Sammy Watkins, he played underneath Greg Roman back when he was in Buffalo. and he had his best season under Greg Roman. So, needless to say, yeah, Sammy Watkins, he had pretty much nothing but good things to say about Greg Roman, and that was my biggest takeaway, because us as Ravens fans, for the last year, we've been literally trashing Greg Roman for one reason or another, whether, you know what I mean, the passing game is not where it should be, the route concepts, we just run the same 7 or 8 plays, it seems like. Yeah, so we've kind of been not so high on Greg Roman. So to hear Sammy Watkins come out and just talk so highly of him, and basically, like I said, my biggest takeaway is this. He said that Greg Roman runs a complex offense.
A what?
Yes, you heard that right. Sammy Watkins said that Greg Roman runs a complex offense, and that kind of threw me for a loop at first, as I'm sure it did for most Ravens fans, yeah. But, you know, I kind of have to, I kind of got to double back and think about what he said again, because he said, listen, at the end of the day, you know, coaches, they coach, they call up plays, and players, they got to go out there and play. They got to go out there and execute. And guys weren't getting open, and, you know, that's what happens, you know. Yeah. Passing game struggle when receivers can't get open. So that was kind of you know, the silver lining. I'm like, okay, I get it, because not only did we see Greg Roman and that offense just not look, you know, complex at all throwing the football, we also saw some struggling from our receivers, you know, in some of those bad games. You can point to the games where we had receivers running into each other, guys just aren't getting open, creating separation, exactly, things like that. So that was my biggest takeaway from it. Of course, I have a lot of takeaways from it, but I want to get your opinion, Alex. What was your biggest takeaway from the Sammy Watkins presser?
You know what? I don't want to pat ourselves on the back, but we called it.
Yeah.
The most important part of this offense won't be the players. It'll be the coaches. And one coach, Keith Williams. When Sammy Watkins said that he saw his friend, Keith Williams, get hired by the Ravens, and that he's like, oh, wow, maybe I want to go there. That right there showed we have some pull. Yeah. Whether it be Lamar Jackson, whether it be, you know, how great of an organization we are ran by, or our secondary coaches. Keith Williams, he's not even a coordinator. No, he's a pass game specialist. Right. That right there stuck a lot out to me. Wow, this team, the coaching hires they made are deeper than just a coach. Yeah. It's a lot more, and I love it. And I'll be honest, and the fact he said his name first before Greg Roman also stuck out to me. So there was a little bit of subliminal messages in there too, but we'll get into that. But I am looking forward to Sammy Watkins in black and purple. I'm really excited.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Me too, bro. Real quick, let's get to our second Super Chat donation of the night. This one comes from our guy, Darius, the official. Always coming through, always supporting. Big thank you to my guy, Darius. He says, what's up, my guys? How's y'all day been going? Day's been going pretty good, man. I can't complain. How about you?
How's your day?
How was your day? You let us know. He says, always here to support the channel, and you guys are doing your thing. Keep the grind going, fam. Appreciate that, man. We really do. Absolutely.
You know I'm going to ask you this. Did you watch the Ray Lewis clip?
I did. Yes. I watched it last night. Yes. So we can talk about that in a little bit as well. For sure. But another big takeaway, and you brought it up, Keith Williams, that Sammy Watkins was talking about. The thing that I took away the most from his whole Keith Williams spiel was that, because somebody asked him directly, what did Keith Williams do for you? And he said that Keith Williams, he helped me get open. You know, he said that's what he does. Yep. He finds ways, no matter how big, tall, what kind of frame a receiver has, he finds ways for them to get open, you know, and that's what's most important. That means that he's not only going to be able to benefit Sammy Watkins, he's going to also be able to benefit potentially Miles Boykin, James Prochet, Devin Duvernay, Hollywood Brown, you know what I mean? All these guys. So it's that was probably, if not the Greg Roman take, the Keith Williams and him just being able to get guys open. That was my biggest takeaway, other than the first one. But yeah, let's see. All right, let me see what you guys have going on in the chat here.
And while you're
Rush is in the building. What up, Rush?
Mod Rush, thank you.
Mod Rush, yeah.
Tons of Sammy Watkins catches came on extended plays by Patrick Mahomes. He would find the soft spot. We didn't have a lot of that last year. I can name a few plays. Maybe I know the Mark Andrews play against the Browns was kind of like a backyard play where he got open. But can you imagine Marquise Brown finding the soft spot? And a big shout out to Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown. Just a big shout out to him.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if he gets open, he finds that soft spot and just uses his blazing speed, his God-given probably 4.4, 4.5 speed and just blazes defenders, it's not going to be fair.
It's not going to be fair at all, man. And I'm very, very, very excited to see like exactly all what they do with the weapons that we have now. Sammy Watkins, again, he's somebody who can work really well in zone because, like you said, he finds that soft spot and he knows how to utilize that soft spot, and he knows how to, like, you know, just create space between him and all the other DBs on the field in order to give Lamar a safe throwing lane.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's most important. That's what's most important, because if you watch some of his tape, some of his film, even with Kansas City, you know, he would run routes where he would get to a soft spot in the zone and he would actually slow down. He wouldn't like keep running. He wouldn't like, you know, basically make himself not open anymore. He would stay open for as long as possible, for as long as he could. And that's what's important, especially for a guy or quarterback like Lamar Jackson, where, you know, a lot of the times play breaks down. That's when he makes his best plays, when he does his best work, when the play breaks down. So the longer that a guy can stay open, the better for Lamar Jackson. So, you know, all positives for me, all positives.
Of course. And the line has to block too. The line still has to do their thing. But speaking of line real quick, Orlando Brown Jr., there's been no rumblings, no nothing. I think he's going to stay a Raven next year. I think he'll play out his contract and he'll just walk in free agency.
He's been silent himself recently.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, maybe he's kind of coming around to the idea, you know what, I'll just, you know, stick it out in Baltimore for another season. And hopefully that is the case, because listen, man, if we can get back to having Orlando Brown on one side, Ronnie Stanley on the other side, and then we got Bozeman playing better, we got Zeitler now in the fold, all we need is a solid center, you know, cough, cough, TCC, maybe, I don't know. Maybe
a Creed Humphrey. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. Who knows? But yeah, I definitely could see. Oh, speaking of this has nothing to do with line. I just want to bring this up real quick. Did you see J.K. Dobbins?
Oh boy. Of course.
My goodness, bro.
Bro is looking ripped. I'm telling you this right now. RB1 easily.
Oh
RB1.
yeah.
I'm talking if he can improve in that pass catching game, bro. We're talking top 5 running back next year.
Oh yeah.
Easily.
All right, let's see what else we have to say in here from the Rain Gang about the Sammy Watkins interview. Okay. Let's see.
I see people talking about Hollywood speed. Hey, I don't know. We haven't seen Hollywood's true speed because that his rookie year with the screw in his foot, and last year, I mean, only time I got to think about speed was that catch against Pittsburgh in that Wednesday night game. But hopefully we can see if he can utilize that speed more, bro. It's not gonna be fair. It's like Madden all over again. Come on.
Yeah. If we can, like we've been talking about, if we can just get Hollywood a receiver that just properly complements him, you know, maybe then we'll be able to see his full speed, his full potential. You know what I mean? Yep. So yeah, let's see what you guys are talking about in the chat though. Casper says Watkins was out there speaking facts. Yeah.
As always.
Let's see. McDiamond, shout out to you for joining the stream, says he played with Greg Roman before, and also our new offensive coach, Keith Williams, not to mention experience with Mahomes. Yeah. Experience playing with he's going from one MVP quarterback to another. So
I'm making complain. I mean, I wrote some notes down about this too. The Ravens, he said the Ravens and Lamar Jackson, they stuck out. But my guy Sutton, I thought receivers didn't want to come to Baltimore because they're not going to get the passes, but they stuck out too. What? I don't know.
That's what I heard too, and it just goes to show you can't always listen to what mainstream media is talking about and what all the birds are chirping about on Twitter and everything like that. Because at the end of the day, these guys who are actually playing the game, and I think you can even look back at the Terrace Marshall interview that we talked about last episode. Yeah. They know all these quarterbacks in the league can throw the football. They know that they can get them the ball. They know that they're all extremely talented in their own right. So, yeah, man, I just think that Lamar and this offense, they really need to take the next step next season. But I'll tell you one thing for sure. Our offseason so far, I would give us like a B+. Okay. I would give us like a B+. We haven't been overspending too much, and we've gotten, some key pieces that we need with a couple other pieces that we can fill in the draft. So far, I'm giving us a B+ on this offseason. What do you give the Ravens offseason? What do you grade the offseason so far for the Ravens? And Rain Gang, I want to get you guys' opinion on this too. Throw it in the chat. What would you grade the Ravens offseason so far? based on their moves and everything?
I'm thinking B minus, C plus. Still need the edge rusher. Losing Yannick and Judon, you gotta replace them somehow. So if we can sign a Justin Houston, Melvin Ingram, and then we're talking B plus, solid B plus. But I still need that, and then we can start talking about that. Maybe, hopefully, we can maybe get a corner in the draft too. But it hasn't been bad, but it hasn't been amazing. So it's a typical Ravens offseason.
Yeah, and I see the Rain Gang is weighing in here. I see a C minus. I see B's. I see B's. I see B's. Okay, you guys are in agreement with me here. B's, B minus, a solid B, C plus. Andrew says B. Let's see. Our guy Hemo4 says C minus or D plus. Okay, so you're not really liking.
Let us know about that. I want to know.
Is it because we didn't sign a bigger name wide receiver? Let us know, Hemo. Let us know what you're thinking there. Most of you guys are saying B for the most part. Our guy Tev Dog here says C plus because we still need edge rusher. Absolutely. Yep. That position there, to Simply's point, is decimated. At this point, we don't have pretty much anybody. So, we definitely still do need edge, and I think that we'll address that in the draft. Hopefully, we can pick up, like my guy Simply said again, maybe a Justin Houston, Melvin Ingram, somebody along those lines to help us out rushing the passer. But I'm definitely in agreement with you guys there. All right, let's see. Darius says expected more on offense and someone on defense like an edge rusher. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what else do you expect on offense? I want to just know from you, Darius. I mean, maybe another lineman. I can see because I don't think another receiver. Don't think it's going to happen. Maybe draft, but just not free agency. Yeah. We got Prochet and Duvernay that we all want to see break out. Running back, we're set. Dobbins, Edwards, and Hill. Fullback, Ricard. Tight end set. I mean, we got the guy from Jacksonville, and they also have Eric Tomlinson. So I don't think outside the line is the only way we can add on offense.
Definitely not. Let's see. Our guy KLA Sports says Sammy has me excited. His mentality and how he already defends guys on the team is great. What did you take away from the interview about Sammy Watkins' mentality with the Raven? Do you think that he is a play like a Raven kind of guy? What do you think about that, Alex?
What stuck out to me is when they asked, "You're a big game player," and he kind of smiled. That's what I like, because we don't have a lot of big game players. And I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. Mark Andrews is not a big game player. I'm sorry. Only big game he showed up in was 2018 against the Chargers. So I do like that he is ready to come here and produce, because that is what we need. What do you think? I mean, he's won a Super Bowl already. Nobody on this team outside of a couple have won a Super Bowl. Yeah,
you're right. He has won a Super Bowl, so he's already got that underneath his belt. And I think he's bringing kind of like that veteran. He's a vet, but he's only 27. You know what I mean? Like, he's not that old. And like, that's where I think we're really getting a sweet spot with Sammy Watkins, because we're getting a guy who's been around for a while, and he's joining like a young nucleus of receivers, so he can really teach them. But also at the same time, he's not too old yet to not be able to make plays, So let me ask you this.
Okay.
How much of an improvement is Sammy Watkins over Dez Bryant?
Oh, out of the offensive standpoint, a huge improvement, because we didn't use Dez. We didn't even, I don't know why we didn't, but we didn't use him. We're going to use Sammy Watkins. Sammy Watkins will have more than 2 touchdowns. He'll have more than 6 catches. He'll have probably more than 10 targets. I'm going to go probably he'll have hopefully 40 to 50 catches, realistically. So he'll definitely be a huge improvement over him. But we got to use him right. That's the thing. And will the Ravens use him the correct way? That's still out. We'll find out. I don't know. I just don't have faith in the way we'll use him, but I have faith in Sammy Watkins, the player. The coaching,
Well, hey, man, here's the thing. Another takeaway from the Sammy Watkins presser is that he actually said that he thinks the Ravens and Greg Roman, they're going to open up the playbook this season. And they're going to open it up. So it's like,
we heard this before. Hey, forge a new identity. Anybody remember that?
Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah. That's just kind of shaky to me. I hope so. I'm not going to believe it until I see it, because we've been let down too many times.
Yeah. Seems kind of like fool's gold at this point. It's just like, the Ravens, they're creating a new identity. Greg Roman, he's going to finally open up the playbook for Lamar and let him go out there and, be a quarterback and things like that. We'll see. I think that I feel like Sammy Watkins isn't wrong, only from the standpoint of Greg Roman kind of has to. He kind of has to open up the playbook at this point. He can't afford to go another season as the Ravens offensive coordinator as number 1 in the league in rushing or top 5 in rushing and then bottom 5 in passing. And, getting bounced out of the playoffs because we can't throw the ball for anything. He doesn't have too many more opportunities to keep doing that. So I think that this year he'll definitely try to switch things up and, try to make the offense hopefully more complex, quote unquote, more complex. We'll see what happens, though. We'll see what happens. Let's see what you guys think.
So what he also brought up too is, I'm gonna try to help them get over the hump. So when other players know what that hump is, I think that's saying something. Because our hump just can't get to the big game, the big game, the conference championship, Super Bowl. That too, and I think he will help us get there. I'm not sure how much of an impact, but I think, if anything, I want to say he'll have a Steve Smith, Anquan Bolden, hopefully, type impact. He's not the type of player, but just that veteran presence, that guy who really hasn't hit his prime yet. Just the injuries have slowed him down. He's 27. I think I forget that sometimes.
Yeah. He's only 27, so he's still pretty young. It's not too much older than me. But listen, man, I think, excuse me, Sammy Watkins, another thing about him, what was I about to say? I lost my train of thought just now. Gosh darn it.
It's not good.
That'd be like that sometimes. I was reading something somebody said in the chat. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Sammy. Hemo 4 did the same. Watkins always injured, and he's the playoff guy. How do you feel about, because we're looking at, like, over the hump is in the playoffs, right?
Yep.
And this is what I was going to say. So, with Sammy Watkins in the playoffs, we're looking for him to be, like, that guy who can convert, who can move the chains for us on 2nd and 10, 3rd and 7, that sort of thing. Right, jinx, right? But like somebody like that. And I feel like, I think you're right. I think he can be that guy. He can be that, like, I don't want to say possession receiver, but he can be that guy who finds his way open for Lamar Jackson early as, like, his first read, and he's a chain mover, and again, I think that Greg Roman and this Ravens offense, whether that be Keith Williams, the passing game coordinator, and everything like that, they need to feature Sammy Watkins in this offense as well. Because if we feature him early and often, like I said in the last episode, teams are going to have to respect Sammy Watkins. And as soon as you're respecting Sammy Watkins by putting, your second DB on him, or you're shading a safety over near his area of the field, then boom, you've got Mark Andrews going off. Then you've got Hollywood going off. You know what I mean? So you hope so. We hope so. Mark Andrews was working out too. I saw his training video. Yeah, looking good, Mark. For sure. Let's see. My guy Nick says Sutton moved the mic. Can you guys hear, like, stuff in my mic?
Oh, we can. It's perfect.
It's perfect? Yeah, it's okay, perfect. Cool. All right. So let's see.
We have 80 people watching right now. Real quick.
Oh, wow. Big thank you to you guys. Thank you guys so much.
We have 42 likes.
We can get 50. I think we can get 50. 8 more likes.
Yeah, 8
like
more.
The video?
Yeah.
Thumbs up. Please leave a thumbs up. And if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well, because, you know, listen, we're on our way to, I think, 1,200 subscribers now? Yeah,
and
we're on our way.
Our last episode popped off. 3,100 views.
Ooh,
thank you to everybody who watched, liked, subbed, commented, everything. Thank you so much.
That was a record for us. That was definitely a record for us on the Purple Rain podcast. So we do appreciate you guys for coming through, supporting us at all times. You guys are truly amazing. The Rain Gang is a family like no other, and we just want to keep growing with you guys. So again, we appreciate you all. All right, let's see what else we have here from you guys. Let's see. Spirit of Ogun says, the one thing we are not talking about the most are the penalties. Ravens need to be more disciplined when it comes to that. Hey, man, you're not wrong at all. Yeah.
Let's talk about it real quick. It's when they're at the line of scrimmage with 5 seconds left. Well, if Lamar doesn't see what he likes, he wants to, maybe switch around the play. Oh, look, delay a game. Oh, illegal formation. Oh, false start. That is an issue I think not enough Ravens fans talk about.
Yeah. So, I mean, I definitely think getting to the line earlier, that hustle would definitely help, because, like you said, you don't want to be getting ready to snap the ball every time with like less than 5 seconds left,
Yeah.
Especially with all the the pre-play motion that we run in our offense as well. Like
Ricard
it's just not.
going. So, and probably not Duvernay, because Snead would always motion over the line and probably run the field. So it's not going to be Duvernay. It's like two guys going in motion. You can't be having that. You need at least 15 seconds to be able to do all these pre-snap motions. So that too, I mean, and that would just kill us so many times, because then, oh, wow, it's 1st and 15. We're not going to run it. We're going to force a pass. Incomplete 2nd and 15. Oh, we're going to throw it again. 3rd and 15. We pass it for 5 yards. It's 4th and 10. We punt it. It kills us a lot. And I don't think enough Ravens fans really understand how much of a impact that has on our scheme.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's see what else we have from you guys. Mr. Rose, shout out to Mr. Rose for joining the stream. He says, what happens if the team does not improve this year? If the team doesn't improve this year, it depends on which way we don't improve. You know, if it's the offense and, you know, our passing game still sucks, then yeah, you guys probably know what's going to happen. It'll probably be Giro who takes the sacrifice for that. He'll probably be out of there. And you never know. We may go ahead and get like some big name wide receiver in free agency next season. You never know. Let's see what else we have before we move along. Jimmy Dean says, I think Sammy still has the speed, just was not used that way in KC. He will be a deep threat here. You think Sammy's going to be more of a deep threat, or is he going to be more of like a over the middle play action, sit down in that zone kind of guy?
I was thinking more over the middle. Because we have Marquise Brown for the deep ball, but it could switch it up. You never know. I mean, that's the blessing of it. I mean, he can still be a deep threat, and that's what he was in Buffalo. So, but I expect him to kind of just gain the respect of some defenders up front, go over the middle, hit the soft spot, and then Marquise Brown just gone. Hopefully, but you don't know.
Let's see. Hemo4 says he should teach Hollywood to be like Hill since he played with him. I'm guessing he's talking about Keith Williams. He should teach Marquise Brown to be like Tyreek Hill or Sammy Watkins, you know. I mean, maybe.
Did it work out with Tyreek Hill?
Yeah, you're right. He did work with both. And again, I think that Keith Williams, like the fact that Sammy Watkins came out and said Keith Williams is a guy who knows how to get guys open, that is huge. That is huge. That's very big. So McDiamond weighs in. He says, you put Lamar under center in a formation like that with 4 out wide, and you got the defense needing to go tinkle. Wow. Imagine, if you have Lamar, it's got 4 wide. That is a nightmare for a defense, because if he drops back and he gets out of that pocket and your defense is stretched that thin, it might be curtains.
We hope so.
Yeah, we hope so. Let's see. All right. Our guy King weighs in. He says, stop with these obvious run pass option calls. Yeah, man. The RPOs, they are very obvious. I will give you that. But it's only because we do them so much. I just would like to see less. You know what I mean? Like even plays where Lamar is about to run the ball himself, they all look so predictable, you know, whether he's about to run or whether he's about to pull it out and, you know, try to throw forward. It's all very predictable because we do it so much. So we would just like to see just switch it up a little bit, you know, maybe line Lamar up under center, maybe try this, maybe just try new things, you know, maybe
if you line Lamar up under center, maybe the snapping errors won't occur. Just a thought, because, you know, going shotgun all the time kind of can have a toll on the snapping. So just a thought once again. Never know.
Yeah. 2K crossover says, but will Marquise catch the deep balls is the question. Marquise, he's pretty good with catching deep balls, you know.
They just have to be accurate too, and they can't be forced.
Yeah, like he's good at that over the shoulder type, in the breadbasket type catch.
Did it in Jacksonville. Did it against Tennessee.
Yeah. Also did it against Dallas. You know, like he's very good at that. So I think that, you know, especially with him continuing to improve in the offseason and everything like that, Marquise is only going to get better. He's only going to get better, and I think that he will catch those deep balls this season. I definitely do. I saw we had that big prediction for his season stats, right?
Oh yeah.
Let's see. We have another take here real quick. I see my guy Anonymous says, what's Sutton's YouTube channel? I don't have another YouTube channel other than this. It's just me and my guy Simply here. We do the Purple Rain podcast. Simply has a main YouTube channel at SimplyAS10. You guys can go subscribe to him if you want to see all new highlight videos. He just dropped one with Marcus Peters. He put on the timeline today. So make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. Make sure you follow him on Instagram and Twitter as well. Let's see. Jonathan Washington Jr. says
93 people watching, so thank you.
Ooh, thank you guys so much. He says, what's up, everybody? How's the Rain Gang feeling? Pretty good, Jonathan. Pretty good. Can't complain.
How are you feeling, Jonathan?
Yeah. How you feeling, man? How you feeling? Let's see. Dorsey Hilliard says, no huddle offense will keep the defense honest.
Okay.
Yes, but it'll also tire out our offensive line, and, we need them later in the game for sure. For sure.
Oh, boy. Do we?
Let's see. All right. Humble Beast 909 says, I'm not at all on this train, but curious you guys' thoughts. At what point do you guys think we as fans start to question Lamar Jackson contributing to lack of success if we have a bad next season or two?
I'm not even thinking about that because we haven't had a bad season. It's one thing if we're like the Browns. Think about it. The Browns have been hailed the offseason champions every single year. What have they done? Won one playoff game. We've won one playoff game too, but we've made it every single year.
Yeah.
I mean, we could think of other teams too. The Seahawks. I mean, what have they done? They lost to a broken thumb Jared Goff. So it's not Lamar, and we've seen it. The first two losses weren't really on Lamar. I mean, he didn't play his best, but he put up, 400-plus total yards of offense against Tennessee the first time. And Derrick Henry just made us his kid. And even the Bills game, I mean, if Tyree Phillips gets that block and if J.K. Dobbins does, I love J.K. Dobbins. Sorry, J.K., but if you get that block too, it's 10-10. A pick six isn't being thrown.
Yeah.
It's just small mental errors that we just cannot get over the hump with. And that's why we need to also, I think, maybe get a center or maybe switch centers because that right there has been the issue many times.
Yeah. Yeah, and like you said, we would need to see a bad season, quote unquote, from Lamar Jackson, and we haven't seen that, and I don't think we're going to see that. Just by the type of player that he is, you know what I mean? He's going to put up points, he's going to produce, he's going to put his team in the best situation that he can to win the game. So until we see Lamar and the Ravens have a bad season together, then I don't think we can really talk about if it's Lamar, because Lamar he's MVP. He's still,
If we're going to use that lot, I know he said he didn't agree with it, but let's look at Kyler Murray. First 2 years, he's been surrounded with guys, hasn't made the playoffs.
Yeah.
Choked the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
There's definitely the NFL kind of picking and choosing who they want to have these little narratives for. That's the word.
Yeah, let's see. All right. See what else you guys have in here. You guys have a lot to say about this Ravens offense tonight, and I'm loving it.
Real quick, defensive back Quentin Dunbar just signed with the Lions on a 1-year deal.
Interesting.
Yeah, just a little bit of breaking news for you.
Breaking news, live here on the Rain Gang podcast. Make sure you guys go ahead.
Is that even new? We always drop it.
Oh, yeah. You guys know. It's always breaking news that's happening right here live on the Purple Rain podcast. Make sure you guys hit that like button because we just hit 50. We just hit 50 likes. So big shout out to you guys. Let's see if we can get a couple more likes. If you're just coming in here, go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button too, if you'd like.
We're at 54 likes. Let's get to 75, please.
That's a lofty goal. I like it. Let's see if we can get to 75 likes, guys. If you're new here, make sure you hit that like button. I seen King says Lamar has shown that he carries us. At times, he kind of does. Yeah.
King, speak more facts. That Titans game, great example.
Yeah, absolutely.
3rd and 9. QB square above the middle. Come on.
Let's see. I have a tidbit here from our guy KLA Sports. He says, I think the league is scared of what Lamar Jackson can be. He's getting better as a passer every year. Once we get weapons, it's over. Same thing with Giannis shooting. It's like Wanda becoming Scarlet Witch. That's a lot of analogies there.
KLA, don't speak too many facts. They're going to get you.
Yeah. The league definitely, they should be on high alert to what Lamar what he can be. Once he catches up with the passing, oh man, listen, it's going to be a rough time for defenses. A rough time.
What I'm hoping is he kind of goes unnoticed. Because I'll be honest right now, we're the 3rd or 4th best team in the AFC. Obviously Chiefs, Bills, Maybe the Browns ahead of us. Maybe. Didn't say, but maybe. Let them talk about them. Let us be, because think about it. We were never talked about with Flacco as quarterback. We always were under the radar, underdogs. Let us be the underdogs again.
Yeah.
Let them doubt
That's when
us.
we're at our best. Yeah.
Exactly. Because remember they were picking the Titans against us? I mean.
Oh, yeah, they did. They did pick the Titans against us. All right. So, yeah, you guys know draft is coming up as well. I see a couple of you guys in the chat talking about draft players. I think that next episode, Thursday's episode, we're going to take a nice little dive into some draft players. So make sure you guys come with your potential prospects and everything like that. Actually, leave them down in the comments below. Whether it be, Rashad Bateman, Terrace Marshall, Aziz Ojulari,
any of them.
Yeah, Jalen Phillips, any of those guys.
Why not?
Yeah, make sure you guys put them down in the comment section. Not the live chat.
No.
Put them in the comment section so we can hold on to them for next episode. Yeah, Emmanuel Sapa says, I would love for us to be the underdogs again. Yeah, when our back is up against the wall, that's when we are at our best.
I think about we were picked in 2012. Obviously, the wild card game, I'm cool with that. But going into Denver against Peyton Manning, going into Foxborough against Tom Brady, going into a revolutionary offense with Greg Roman as the offensive coordinator and Colin Kaepernick picked against. But what did we do? Won every single one of them.
Yeah.
Let us do it again.
I see Justin Ekman says, what's up, boys? What's up, Justin? How are you doing tonight, man? Yeah. Snipe Gang Douglas says, you guys should do a Ravens mock draft. Yeah, you're right. You're right. We definitely should do a Ravens mock draft.
Okay.
So be on the lookout for that, because draft is in what, 3 weeks?
Bro, 4. Oh, I haven't even made a video yet. I gotta.
It's close, man. It's close. Yeah, man. So with that being said, also let them know what we're gonna be doing on the night of the draft.
Draft night, April 29th.
Yep.
From pick 1 to pick 32, the Purple Rain podcast live.
Yes. You heard it here first, man.
Every single reaction live. Oh, if you can't watch the draft, we'll tell you who they get.
That's on us. We got you. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the Purple Rain podcast. Also, one thing that we forgot to mention tonight, make sure you guys go ahead and follow us on Instagram. You can actually go ahead and take out your cell phone, your camera phone, and scan that QR code. It'll take you right to our official Purple Rain podcast Instagram page, and make sure you guys go follow that. Yeah.
If I go to the camera, put it up to the QR code.
Yeah.
Wait, it takes me to the Purple Rain podcast Instagram?
It does. It does indeed.
Is this it?
That's it. That is it, bro. So make sure you guys go ahead and do that and follow the Purple Rain podcast on Instagram for all updates for anything Purple Rain and all things for, all Ravens things as well. So make sure you guys go ahead and follow us there. Let's see. All right. So I think, have we gotten the Sammy Watkins talk out of our system, or is there anything else we need to mention on Sammy?
I think we have. I think we've got
it. Okay. So, we're going to go ahead and, just like we did in the last episode, we're going to touch back around on the Sammy Watkins thing. So, it'll be like a recap at the end of the episode. So, make sure you stick around. If you're just joining, you missed the Sammy Watkins talk, you don't want to rewind yet, you want to keep watching the live version, we're going to recap everything that we said about Sammy Watkins as well. All right. So, let's see. The next bit of news that we have came out earlier today, and I found it very, very interesting. My guy Alex actually let me know through text message, and I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, man. He was like, Sam Darnold, he got traded to the Panthers, finally. Like, were you surprised when this happened, Alex?
Yes. I was very surprised. They gave us smoke screens like, oh, but he might stay in New York. No. They sent his ass to Carolina. I like it initially. I think it's a win-win for both sides. A sixth, a second, and a fourth for a guy who was a former first-rounder. He goes to a team with Robbie Anderson, his former teammate, DJ Moore, Christian McCaffrey. I think it's perfect all around. I mean, hopefully he can flourish. I mean, just getting out of New York is best for him. Maybe new scenery. Maybe that's all he needed.
Yeah. I mean, new scenery, that's absolutely right. And you got to think, Sam Darnold, he's only 23. He's still very young, so it's it's a very fresh start for him. Very fresh start. And I love it. I love it. Like you said, it's a win-win for both teams. You know, the Jets, they get a totally fresh start. You know, they're going to go out and they're going to draft Zach Wilson, most likely. And then they have, actually, you know what? I think I actually have the Jets picks. All of the Jets picks that they have in this year's draft. They have the number 2 pick, the number 23 pick, the number 34 pick, 66 and 86, and then so on and so forth from there. Just imagine, exactly, just imagine what you could do with the number 2 pick and the number 23rd pick and the number 34 pick. Like, that's 3 really, really good players. That's 3 starters right there.
Yeah, that is. That really is. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, this is, you got to do good here. You got to make your impression, Robert Saleh. This is why they hired you. This is why they risked that 3rd-round pick for you. Go and make a name for yourself.
Yeah. And like you said, both parties won. Sam Darnold, he gets to go to a team where he's got Christian McCaffrey, DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, who he was with before, actually, Robbie Anderson, right? Yeah. And that's going to be huge for him. That's going to be huge for him. He's got weapons, you know, so it's not like he's going into nothing. But my question to you is that, like, how much does Sam Darnold actually help the Panthers?
Ooh. You know what? I'm not too sure over Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy had his turnovers last year. He did.
Yeah.
And I was really high on Teddy. I thought he was going to make them into maybe a challenge for the wild card spot.
Yeah.
Didn't happen. So what I think now is that it's going to be between Darnold and Bridgewater. Unless Bridgewater doesn't take a pay cut, maybe they trade him. But I think it's Darnold's job to lose at this point. Because you don't trade that much capital for a guy to sit on the bench. Definitely
not. Definitely not. So, I mean, I guess that kind of leads to this question. How much better is Sam Darnold than Teddy Bridgewater?
I don't know. Have we seen the true Sam Darnold? That's what I'm kind of worried about. I don't know if we've seen his peak.
What issues have you seen with Sam Darnold?
Bro, the Jets. That's the issue.
That's the issue.
I'll be honest, it's the Jets. I mean,
yeah.
Like, think about let me pull up a tweet real quick, and it has kind of nothing to do with what we're talking about, but the Jets and the Dolphins have taken the same exact approach the past couple of years.
Really?
And just listen to this. It's really, really crazy. They fired Adam Gase, hired a defensive-minded coach who is loved by the players.
Yeah.
Trade their quarterback, Sam Darnold, Ryan Tannehill, for draft capital. Trade their safety, Micah Fitzpatrick, Jamal Adams, for a first-rounder. Draft a quarterback with a top 5 pick. Have double first and double seconds the next year. That's weird. Yeah. That's really weird. But how much better is? I don't know, man. I really don't, because I haven't watched enough Sam Darnold because I don't watch the Jets, to be honest. Yeah. But we'll see now.
I mean, I guess the thing about the Jets is, like, their receivers really weren't the best at getting open, kind of like the Ravens receivers were. They were not that great at getting open. You got to think about who was on their receiving core. You had Jamison Crowder, and then Braxton Berrios.
Rashawn Perriman, the GOAT.
Perriman, yeah, it's like, you know, we're not talking about guys who force separation, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. And the Anonymous here, he says the Adam Gase effect. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't working out. It wasn't working out at all. So, you know, but the thing that I did see in Sam Darnold's, like, take, because I went back and I rewatched a little bit of Sam Darnold because I wanted to kind of get the answer on what's the problem with Sam Darnold. Like, why did the Jets trade him away? Why are they starting fresh? Why didn't they use the number 2 pick to get a haul of picks and, you know, surround Sam Darnold with some good talent, with some good pieces?
Yeah.
So I was looking at some of his tape, and the biggest thing that, like, I found that Sam Darnold, he doesn't do well, he's very, very inconsistent in decision making. And, you know, just making throws that he shouldn't make. And a part of that has to do with the fact that his receivers don't get open all that much. So sometimes he feels like he has to force passes, and sometimes they'll end up getting intercepted. It might be a pick 6, but he's just kind of taking chances because he doesn't really get too many opportunities. First of all, his offensive line wasn't even that good. I mean, there was pressure always in his face, so he just kind of had to, it's either first read, or if it's not the first read, you got to scramble out of the pocket and try to make something happen. And we know Sam Darnold, he's not the most athletic guy. He can move, but he's not the most athletic guy. So with that being said, and I think the league is transitioning into an era where teams want a quarterback who can go off script, where if the play breaks down, if the pocket breaks down, you can move out of the pocket and you can make something happen, even if it wasn't supposed to happen that way, So, but Sam Darnold, like you said, again, he just wasn't put in that great of a situation, whether it be the offensive line, whether it be the receivers, exactly, the coaching.
He got mono.
Yeah.
He went through it all.
He did, but like I said again, he's going to a really good situation now, at least in terms of like the weapons that he has around him. So,
and he'll be
we'll see what happens with him.
Hopefully, Matt Rule can maybe unlock that potential that our guy T. Martin unlocked at USC, which made him a first-round pick. Crazy to think this is a first-round pick. I mean, it's the risk of taking the quarterback so high. Josh Rosen, another example. You never know. Jordan Love, we haven't even seen him touch the field yet, which is crazy to think.
Yeah. Let's see. The Rain Gang is weighing in here. JTV says the fact that Sam Darnold actually got drafted before Lamar Jackson blows my mind.
Hey, I'm not complaining. I am not complaining.
Now we see why Lamar was so pissed off on draft night. We see why. Let's see. Mark Lopez says, where do you think the Panthers are going to go in the draft after the Sam Darnold trade?
We think in line? Got to protect them.
I think you got to protect them.
Maybe Kyle Pitts. I mean, I think they have the 8th or 9th spot.
Oh man,
I think it's 9th.
Oh, I don't know if Kyle Pitts will fall to 9th now though. He's been getting a lot of hype lately.
Here's my thing. Quarterbacks are going to be taken. So depending what people need compared to the best player available, he might fall, but he won't go past 10. I think.
No, I don't think he goes past 10. Yeah.
So if he's there, I think you maybe take him or maybe line.
Yeah. But let's see what else we have. Snipe Gang, our guy Snipe Gang says, what's dangerous for Darnold? He's out to prove something. Plus he has Robbie Anderson, DJ Moore, Christian McCaffrey, and Joe Brady, and a great head coach. Yeah, man, he's got the weapons. And, that's something that he definitely did not have before. So we'll see if those guys can create separation for Sam Darnold and he can take that next step up, because if he does take that step up and Sam Darnold is a quarterback that we're actually talking about a lot next season, then, it's clear and obvious that it was the Jets and not him. So, all right. Let's see. Our guy OMG is in the building. He says, what up, my guys? Just came from watching Engraven Videos. Big shout out to you, OMG. Yeah, thank you for joining the stream tonight. Big shout out to Engraven Videos as well. Make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to his channel. Yeah, what are you doing if you aren't? Let's see. Jonathan Washington Jr. says, I think that the Packers got a quarterback. I think now that they have a quarterback, they go defense at pick number 8. Parsons from Penn State may be the best pick, in my opinion. Okay. I like that.
I mean, I just feel line. You got to protect. And that's why I think it's just line is like that pick you cannot go wrong with unless dude's like laziest at like I don't want to say Isaiah Wilson because he's fighting demons right now. I don't know what he's going through. Prayers to him. But a guy who is just wants to play. And line, I feel like you just can't go wrong with it because they have the receivers. You got DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson. They develop Curtis Samuel. Develop in DJ Moore. They'll be fine. But I think line or tight end. Hopefully Pitts is there. Hopefully. Because I would love to see Pitts with Carolina. That'd be disgusting.
Oh my goodness, man. Because I mean, at that point, the weapons are just so stacked. You know how like a big name offensive player will go to a new team, and then somebody will make like a graphic, like, okay, this is their new offense with this new player. Imagine plugging in Kyle Pitts right alongside DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, and Christian McCaffrey. Come on, man.
I'm glad you brought that up because Bleacher Report knows absolutely nothing about football. Because they try to say, oh, watch out for the Giants offense. With Daniel Jones at quarterback, are we really going to act like he's – come on.
Yeah.
If you want people to know about football, I'm taking most of the Rain Gang and putting them over Bleacher Report at this point.
Oh, yeah.
To be honest. It's going to be
Rain Gang knows their stuff. They know their stuff.
Exactly. They never lie.
All right. So – let's see. I got KLA Sports. He says, Sutton and Simply, I'm the draft prospect plug. I'll DM you guys some players to look out. Okay.
He made a great comment on one of my community posts. I got all those players. I'm doing videos on all of them. I got you.
Okay. Let's go. Let's get it. Yeah. Snipe Gang says Engraven and Purple Rain podcast are my go-to for Ravens news. Hey, thank you, man. We appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. So, Sam Darnold to the Panthers.
Oh boy,
that was probably the biggest NFL news of the day. Well, definitely was the biggest NFL news.
Quiet.
Of the day.
It was too quiet.
It wasn't
any NFL news for a while.
Yeah. So, one more thing about this whole Sam Darnold to the Panthers. Where do you think the Panthers finish next season with Sam Darnold at quarterback?
Depending how Jameis does as the quarterback of the Saints.
Yeah.
I want to see them battling for second. I want to see them. I'm not going to say they are. But I think the Falcons are going to be the fourth. Second and third is a flip-flop. I think the Bucs have the first. The Bucs are going to win the NFC South. I just can't go against Tom Brady. I really can't. I mean, they made as a wild card, they made the playoffs and won the whole damn thing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's really going to be interesting to see, like, exactly, because like I said before, we don't know how much better Sam Darnold is than Teddy Bridgewater.
Exactly. When I say second, it could be, 7-10. That could be second place.
Yeah, it could be, maybe. I don't know. No way.
I just hope the Saints. You don't want to see them make that fall from being a playoff team every year to just dumping out.
It wouldn't even feel right for the Saints to like fall from grace like that, and just not make the playoffs and just be bad. Yeah, you're right, but it's like the Saints, man. Come on, they got to be in the playoffs. Anyway. I don't know. I feel like they'll probably. Well, they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna win the division. I think Tampa, as long as they come back, everybody's healthy, and everything like that. I think they're gonna go on a tear next season. I really do think so.
And they can draft. Their scouting is the fact that Antoine Winfield in the second round. Oh my God.
Right, like
not even fair.
So, let's see. Some of you guys are putting in some record predictions for the Panthers. Hemo4 says they're going to go 13-4.
Hemo. Are we drinking the same thing right now?
Yeah.
What are you drinking? Oh, boy.
Hey, bro. Casper215 says the complete opposite, 4-13. Okay. Only 4 W's? Wow. Humble Beast says, gotta say, I'm loving this podcast so far. It's a vibe for sure. Definitely going to be a regular listener. Oh, my goodness. That means so much to us. Humble Beast, we appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming through and joining the Rain Gang. Yeah. Welcome to the Rain Gang. All right. Let's see what else we have in here before we move on for you guys. Also wanted to show you guys something in a little bit. I'll get to that in a second.
Hot surprise?
Okay. Yeah, something
real
like that.
Quick, we have 65 likes, 91 people watching.
Ooh.
Can we get 75?
75, man. We're still trying to hit that 75. Come on. Let's see. Who's in here? On God. Oh, he is in the building. My guy On God. What's up, man?
Me and the guy, we're going through it. Our Arsenal is struggling right now. We lost 3-0 on Saturday. It was ugly.
Yeah.
But we'll get through.
Let's see. All right. So enough Darnold talk. Let's see. What else do we have tonight?
I actually want to bring up a rumor.
Yeah, go ahead. I know you're about to bring up something.
So I know Teddy Bridgewater might be on the way out of Carolina. Where do you think is his best fit? Personally, I think Washington, maybe. They got Fitzpatrick. They have Heineke. Maybe.
No, not Washington, because if you got Fitzpatrick as like a guy, he's like a transitional guy.
Okay.
You're looking for your next generation quarterback. What they thought Dwayne Haskins was, but clearly was not. So they're not going to bring in a Teddy Bridgewater to kind of serve the same purpose that a Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to serve.
Okay.
At least that's what I think.
I mean, I can't think of nowhere else.
I can't really think of anywhere else either. McDiamond says Teddy B to Seattle. Hemo4 says the Texans.
They got Tyrod Taylor.
But Tyrod's super injury prone. But didn't Teddy get hurt last year too?
He did. You know what? I wouldn't mind seeing Tyrod back up in Los Angeles for the Chargers. I must have San Diego. But I don't think he wants to be Teddy to the Bear. You know what? That's the one. I wouldn't mind seeing Teddy in Chicago.
I wouldn't mind that either.
Andy Dalton is not going to be the full starter for 17 games. That's the one. Casper, that's the one.
Heard it here first, folks. I got Casper 215 hit the nail on the head. Teddy Bridgewater to the Bears. You guys can bank on it. Let's see. I got just for Mark Lopez says hot take. Bridgewater's going to Miami. Go over there, back up Tua.
The Tua slander. Are you okay, Mark? You think he's going to take over for Tua or back up? Because Brian Flores does not trust in Tua. Let's just be real.
Let's ask a question here. Let's start a little poll.
Okay.
To Tua Tagovailoa,
oh boy,
as a future franchise quarterback, do you guys say yay or nay?
Oh boy,
yay or nay to Tua? I want to hear it.
Let us know.
Let us know down in the chat, yay or nay to Tua Tagovailoa, because I feel like a lot of people aren't believing in him. And I already see the nays running through.
Oh, the nays are out.
The nays are out. And I don't know if we can. Is that fair to slander him, to say nay?
I think I got to give him another year.
Got to give him another year, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna give Daniel Jones like 3 years,
bro,
it's like,
what has Daniel Jones done to warrant the fact he's still a starting quarterback? I don't know. The dude had a wide open touchdown, and he tripped over himself.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
I don't know, man. I don't know. But let's see. On God says yay, so he's believing in Tua.
Okay.
OMG, nay, yay, nay. Okay, so you guys are kind of back and forth here.
Okay.
Not yet, says Snipe Gang Douglas. Yeah.
That's me.
That's the best answer.
I'm there with you, Snipe Gang.
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, I guess you say Tua, some of you guys say yay, some of you guys say nay. Let's keep this going. What do you guys think truly about Daniel Jones? Do you say yay or do you say nay? Does anybody in the house say yay to Daniel Jones? Can we see that? Can we get that consensus? By the way, if you're watching the replay of this live stream, hello, hi. Appreciate you guys for coming through. And let us know your answers down below in the comment section, because we definitely want to get you guys' opinions as well. Let's see. For the Daniel Jones, is looking like, I see 2K Crossover says yay. Says yay. Travis Dow says the dude is trash. Jonathan Washington Jr. says Daniel Jones is serviceable, but he does not have it. He doesn't have it. McDiamond says we don't know. And it's like, I mean, I feel like the only reason why people still might say the jury is out on Daniel Jones is because he hasn't had a full, like, all his weapons. He hasn't had all his weapons, there. Like Saquon Barkley, he's played without for the most part. And then also he's got, who are his receivers? He's now got Kenny Golladay, I know.
Sterling Shepard.
And he's still got Shepard and Slay. Yeah. Slayton. Yeah. So
I Golden Tate.
I don't know. Can we?
I say we can
give him.
He went to Duke, I think, right?
Yes, he did.
He did. I'm going to try to hold him, but why the F are you drafting a quarterback from Duke? This is
I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie, bro. I'm not going to lie. I remember it was like 2-3 years ago. I was watching the draft. I was watching the combine. And Daniel Jones, he was throwing a pretty football. He really was. And I was like, okay, maybe he can come into the league and, he could do something. And even in his first preseason game, he was dotting up the defense for the most part. I remember that. But it's just, it seems like ever since then, and I don't know if it's offensive line. Again, I don't pay too close attention to the Giants. But I don't know if it's offensive line or if it's just the fact that they don't have much of a running game without Saquon Barkley, or what it is, So, but we'll see. But most of you guys say Daniel Jones not doing it for you, like Darius says here. Click one says Danny turnovers, more turnovers and touchdowns. Nay, can't argue with that.
It was a lose-lose. It was always between like him and Haskins, who's going first.
Yeah.
It's a lose-lose no matter what. I mean, Haskins is now in Pittsburgh. Daniel Jones is this is a make or break year. Honestly, he's just a version of Mitch Trubisky who's just not as good. At least Trubisky got him in the playoffs, but he's not going to get picked up on an option. He's probably going to be a free agent next year. Probably be a backup somewhere. So,
yeah. Okay. Yay or nay, Derek Carr?
Yay. I'm a Derek Carr guy here. And I realized it. I have an infatuation for quarterbacks who are just bang average. Drew Lock, Jared Goff, Derek Carr. I don't know what it is. just bang average.
I mean, why?
I don't know.
But bang average is not gonna get you to where you want to be. It's like,
hey, you're not my favorite team for a reason. I'll leave it at that.
Okay. I see a lot of you guys saying yay here. Okay. Snipe Yang says Carr is underrated. Derek Carr is fire. Okay, you guys are big believers in Derek Carr.
And let's talk about this real quick. That game against the Dolphins last year, Derek Carr didn't lose them the game. He kept them in the game. That defense is what sold it. The defense sold the game. The face mask on Ryan Fitzpatrick, the fact he goes down the field, the defense sold them. Carr has put them in positions to win.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we got to give Derek Carr. He's another one of those guys that you give him another year or two, and you can really evaluate him after that. Like at a certain point, if the quarterback is not going out there and definitively like winning you games, then it's like, you might want to start looking in a different direction, especially if your end goal is to win a Super Bowl, because you need really good quarterback play to win a Super Bowl. That is for sure. And we've seen a lot in recent years.
Just real quick, to get crossover, he says you hate Matt and he's average. Thank you. Somebody else who sees the light. All I got to say.
Yeah. Matt Ryan?
Matt Stafford.
Stafford. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, we got to get to your boy, Jared Goff. Yay or nay? I know you're going to say yay.
I'm taking Goff. Bro, at this point, the Rams were more my second team. Bro, the Lions are my second team now. I'm a Goff fan. I'm rooting for the Lions. I want them to get a better record than the Rams at this point. I hope the Ravens knock the Rams out of playoff contention in Week 17. I hope it's Trace McSorley or Tyler Huntley at quarterback knocking them out.
Okay. I mean, listen, man. I hear you. Jared Goff is not my guy. Not my guy. Not my guy, man. It's just he doesn't do well under pressure, and that's where that's what you need in your quarterback now. You need a guy where if the going gets tough, he can find his way around, he can find his way out, and he can still make a play. And Jared Goff, if things aren't going perfectly and according to plan, it's chaos, Okay.
Hey, but you got Dan Campbell. He's gonna bite your kneecaps off.
Yeah. Travis Dial says, "Why are you such a big Goff fan?"
Dude, he's been hated since he got drafted, and I feel he was kind of set up to fail. He had Jeff Fisher at head coach, and McVay came in. He turned it around, and they're kind of taking McVay's side, which I love McVay, but I'm I just want you to do ball out at this point. Yeah. So, Goff fan here, but of course, Lamar is my quarterback no matter what. So,
let's see. We'll do one more here. Jimmy Garoppolo, yay or nay?
Ooh. Jimmy Garoppolo is a game manager. That's all he is.
He's not going to win you a game, not going to lose you a game.
Super Bowl is a prime example. But if I'm going to say yay for Goff, I got to say yay for Garoppolo because they did the same thing. They game managed to a Super Bowl. But if Deshaun Watson is there, I'm taking Watson. Minus the allegations.
Right.
But who else are you going to get over Garoppolo? That's my issue.
I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, Jimmy G, some of you guys are saying nay, but at the same time, it's like he did get to that Super Bowl, and for the majority of that Super Bowl, he actually outplayed Patrick Mahomes, but Patrick Mahomes is just different, and he was able to. He just turned it on late.
Turned it over.
Yeah. So I think that Jimmy Garoppolo, he makes good decisions. Like you said, he's not really going to go out there and win you a game. Like you could see when he did have the chance to kind of win the game in that Super Bowl, he overthrew the pass. So I don't know. Jimmy Garoppolo, he's another one of those guys. I feel like he'll have another year. With San Francisco. But wait, San Francisco, what's their pick again? When did they pick?
Third. They traded up to 3.
That's right.
So, I mean, I still don't get that. I mean,
with that being said, it's like, do they get Justin Fields and then deal Jimmy Garoppolo somewhere else, or just have him as a back? I don't know. It's very interesting. Very interesting time.
Picking, the ranking always picks our brains. Let's do one more.
They do.
Jonathan Washington Jr. Marcus Mariota.
Marcus Mariota.
And back up to Derek Carr.
I'm gonna go nay. For
he's back up for a reason.
He's a backup for a reason. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I just can't see why any team would be like, oh, I want Marcus Mariota as my starter. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go nay. I mean, he came in for Carr because I think Carr got hurt. Yeah. Didn't win the game. He lost to Justin Herbert. Gotta go nay.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Marcus Mariota, there's a reason why, Ryan Tannehill is running the offense that, on the team that he was drafted to.
Dives.
Right.
Nobody can step back 3 steps and just hand the ball off to King Henry better than Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah. Let's see, we got our guy Engraven Vids is in the house. He says, Rain Gang. What's up, Engraven? How you doing tonight, man?
And I saw you in the Sammy Watkins press. Real quick, that Sammy Watkins press conference. Everybody was out. Everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Even YouTube was out. That was pretty cool. We were just taking that chat over.
That was super cool. I enjoyed that a lot, for sure. Let's see here. Before we get into our question segment for the night, I am going to go ahead and, let's see, put something up on the screen. Make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to Simply AS10 on YouTube. My guy is pushing, 18,500 subscribers?
I'm at 18.8.
18.8. Pushing 19,000 subscribers, guys. Make sure you guys go run him up right now. Make sure you open up a new tab, type in Simply AS10 and go subscribe, because that's where all of our draft highlights that we're going to be looking at, and we'll probably bring them up here on the channel, on the Purple Rain podcast channel too. So make sure you guys go ahead and check out his highlight YouTube page, because we're going to be referencing that a lot in the coming weeks. So make sure you guys go check that out. One more thing.
Can we do one more quarterback afterwards?
Yeah. We can go ahead and do it now. Let's do it now.
On God, Taylor Heineke.
Ooh.
I'm saying yay. I don't know why. That dive against the fact that out of all the NFC teams, the Washington football team gave the Buccaneers the best run for their money. I'm going yay. He's going to be a backup this year, but I'm still going yay. Once again, it's just the bang average quarterbacks I have a soft spot in my heart for.
Yeah, with Taylor Heineke, it's a very small sample size, but from what we did see, he showed a lot of promise, man. He showed a lot of promise. Heart, yeah.
I love that.
Exactly. To come in and, do what he did. He didn't win, a lot of games or anything like that, but he came and he made Washington competitive. In a time where, people thought all hope was lost for Washington's season because Alex Smith went down again.
Oh,
so, and then he stepped up in the playoffs. Yes, they lost that game, but he had the best game against that Bucs defense in the postseason. Yeah. So, I would say yay for Heineke for now. Yay for now, for sure.
Thank you, guy. I like that. That was a good one.
Yeah.
How could we forget Heineke? Come on.
Exactly. That's our guy, Taylor Heineke. All right, so let me just go ahead. The other day, I was on Twitter. And my guy he shared a video.
Well, what did I share a lot of videos on there. I'm scared.
Yeah, he shared a video, and it was basically of our quote-unquote number one receiver, Hollywood Brown, basically just acknowledging my guy Simply's YouTube videos, man.
Oh, boy.
And I can tell you, just from my perspective, I was so proud. I was super proud of this guy over here.
Oh, boy.
He's come a long way. He's come a very, very long way, and he's put in so much work. That's why I was just telling you guys, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to Simply AS10 on YouTube, because you don't want to miss any of those highlight videos. They go crazy.
Thank
you. Our guy Hollywood Brown, he agrees with me. He agrees with me there. So just go ahead and watch this video. Hollywood Brown playing Warzone. This is just a big W for our guy Simply AS.
That's the one who do the videos.
Yes, sir.
Keep making them videos, Simply.
Yes, sir.
That was... Oh, thank you so much. It doesn't help that a couple of these have been in my body already, so thank you so much. Oh, boy. That was... It was cool, because I didn't expect it. And the fact he shot at me, I was like, you know what? I'm going to give you some subs. Right. It's the least I could have done, so it was really, really cool.
Yeah, that was really awesome, man. And a lot of Ravens players, I know they of course know who you are, because you make highlight videos for so many of them, and I know they're super appreciative of it. So And so are we. So is the Rain Gang. So is everybody who follows your channel. So that's tough. Like our guy Christopher Swain says, and big congratulations to you. Yeah, and he doesn't miss. You're right about that, Rush. Simply is in. Them boys know about Simply. That's for sure. And like you said, our guy Ramey is in the building. Hollywood Brown taught me Warzone, and he repped Alex's channel. We're doing big things at Simply AS10.
Yeah, our boy Ramey actually played Warzone with Hollywood Brown.
I saw that cool. Too. Yeah, that was crazy.
Cool.
That was super dope. So just again, man, congratulations to you. Keep doing what you're doing because you are amazing at it. Truly.
Thank you.
So it's all love in here in the Rain Gang, the Purple Rain podcast.
Easily.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys for coming through, watching the stream tonight. We're gonna go ahead and get into our questions segment of the night, where you guys can ask us any question about NFL, whether it be about Ravens football, Carolina Panthers football, Arizona Cardinals, whether it not even be about football. It can be about basketball, soccer, MMA, anything.
It's baseball. Hey, listen, I know I'm wearing a Cubs jersey. I'm an Orioles fan, and we are 3-0. But real quick, I just modded Christopher Swain. So our newest mod, Christopher Swain, always been there since like day 1. So thank you for coming through.
Go.
New mod. As we grow, more mods. So thank you so much, Chris, for coming out. Always showing love to the channel.
Yeah, absolutely. Big shout out to you, Chris. Like I said, the best thing about our question segment here, it doesn't even have to be about sports. It doesn't have to be about, sports or anything like that. It could be about literally anything that you want to talk about. Literally anything that you want to ask us. All right, so we're going to go ahead, give you guys some time to get your questions in the chat here. Oh, okay, I already see a couple of them. Boy. Let's see. Our guy Christopher Swain is going to go ahead and kick it off for us tonight. Okay. He says, Jason Bourne or James Bond? I like Bourne way more. Now, I will say Jason Bourne, I feel like he's a little bit more cutthroat. James Bond, as I said last week, is a little bit more classy. And I grew up with James Bond, me personally. Okay. So I would go with James Bond. Plus, I remember all the video games back when I was a kid and everything like that. So I'd definitely go James Bond.
I mean, I'm going to have to agree with you because I don't watch any of them. But I remember you said I would let James Bond kill me because it'd be in a classy way. So I kind of would go with James Bond. So I just with that's kind of tough. He'll kill me in a classy way.
Yeah, he'll probably, like choke me out in a very nice bathroom in a 5-star hotel or something like that, dressed in a suit, dressed to the nines. Exactly. Yeah, that wouldn't be so bad, But anyways, let's see. I'm going on to the next question. Let's see. Kaylee Sports says, Alex, did you see the Bulls beat the Nets?
I did. And I don't want to pump my head up too much over it, but hopefully it can be on a streak because the next 6 games are easy dubs. They should win every single one of them, get that 8 seed. I just want to make the playoffs. Right. So, I mean, you're a Sixers fan sitting there. You're going to make the playoffs. You're going to make it. So.
Oh, yeah. We're a lock pretty much. See, the Sixers are a lock to make the playoffs, but, I'm always concerned about the Sixers in the playoffs. Kind of like the Ravens, Oh, boy. It's kind of the same. It's the same boat that we're in with both fan bases. But, all right, let's see. On God says, score prediction for tonight. Ooh, that's good. So you guys know Baylor is taking on Gonzaga for the NCAA Men's National Championship tonight, starting at 9, so about half an hour. We wanted to go ahead and get the stream, done and over with before the game starts so you guys can enjoy that. But score prediction for tonight.
I can't give a score prediction.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
Honestly, I gotta go with Baylor the way they just tore up Houston, honestly. They tore them up like it was nothing. And I was really rooting for UCLA, but I'm going to go Baylor's going to win it. As much as I want Gonzaga to, because, the Suggs relation. I'm going to go 75-68 Baylor.
Okay. I like that. I'm going to go 78-75. 78-75, yeah. Jalen Suggs. I think Jalen Suggs, he has a game. He has himself a game. He takes over. And they just pull out the W. I got Gonzaga pulling out the W. So heard it here first. Those are our predictions for tonight's game. Let's see. All right. Let's see what else. OMG says cereal or milk first. Which one do you pour first?
I don't eat cereal.
Dang, Alex, what do you do?
I'll tell you this right now. These cacti have went through me, so I'm going to take a quick 30-second bathroom break because I'm about to I'll be right back. But thank you.
Go ahead, bro. But, cereal or milk first. See, this is a very controversial topic, guys. A lot of people would say that, you got to put your cereal in first and then put the milk in, and that's the way that I'm accustomed to do it. I've always done it that way. But some people are they're terrorists. They're terrorists, and they like to put their milk in first, which makes no sense to me, and then pour in the cereal. It feels like a lot of the cereal would still be dry, and I don't know. I guess at the end of the day, it's all the same thing, right? But for me, I'm gonna go ahead and put the cereal first before my milk. Let's see. Click one here says, want to hear some more Baker slander? If you look up on target percentages, Lamar is more on target than Baker. As even if you don't count those games he played in bad weather, Baker is overrated. Hey man, I'm not arguing with that. I'm not arguing with that, man. Not at all. But we've known that though. The narratives are always just built against Lamar Jackson. We know this, guys. We know he's not a bad quarterback. We know he can throw the football. And the numbers even show it. All right, let's see.
Did I hear Baker slander? Did I miss some Baker slander?
Baker slander, yeah. So you can go ahead and chime in on it. You see, you look up on target percentages. Lamar is more on target than Baker. That's even if you don't count those games he played in bad weather. Baker is overrated.
Can't complain with that.
Yeah, can't complain at all. Let's see. So we have another question coming from the Forever Dallas podcast. Thank you for joining the stream. It says, do you hate the Cowboys? No, I don't hate the Cowboys.
I respect
I'm not a Washington fan. Yeah.
No,
I
know
like
our guy
the Cowboys.
God hates them, but I don't hate them.
Now, Cowboys fans, like especially like the ones that like I know personally, like in my life,
Skip Bayless.
Those people are something else because they seem a little bit delusional, even though the Cowboys haven't won a championship since I've been alive personally. They still talk a lot of stuff like, they're in contention every single year, which they are in the media. The media has, if there was like a media like playoffs or like seed ranking for like NFL teams and how much they talk about them, Dallas would be number one, because everybody's always talking about the Cowboys for sure.
I mean, I have no issue with them. The fans are a little delusional, but speaking of fans, I mean, I love me some good Brown slander. They act like they just won the AFC North 5 years in a row. Yeah. 2007, finished above third place. Every other team's won it since then. Just kind of let you know that.
Let's see.
Actually, we were talking about cereal. I don't even eat cereal. I just got the new Reese's Puffs Lil Yachty limited edition cereal. I'm not going to eat them. It's just, collectible. And the LeBron James Wheaties. I'm not going to eat them ever. Wheaties. I'm never going to eat them, but it's just for show at this point. So you'll probably see them soon.
All right, let's see. What do we have here? Hemo4 says, would you guys take me or Daniel Jones as your quarterback?
I'm taking Hemo.
Yeah, I'm taking Hemo. I want Hemo. Let's see.
I just see we have a really cool question from Raimi a couple minutes ago. Would you rather go to the bar with Harbaugh, EDC, or Wink? I'm be honest. For me, it's either EDC or Wink because I get in an argument with Harbaugh.
Yeah, I would definitely go Wink just because of like how like cool he is with the players. I know he's a players coach. I feel like he's just a little bit more down to earth. I feel like Harbaugh and EDC are strictly business, whereas Wink, like you could probably like kick back, probably have a little drink with him or whatever. For sure, I'm gonna go with Wink.
It's definitely Wink for me. Then EDC too, because kind of like, why not look at this guy or this guy? But easily a Wink by a landslide over everybody else. Yeah. Can't go wrong with Wink.
Let's see. Darius the Official says, Jordans, Nikes, or Adidas? Mine is Jordans. Man, you guys already know what I'm rocking with, man.
I'm wearing them right now. I'll take it off for you. I'm rocking with Nikes.
Yes, sir. Y'all know we rocking with the Nikes over here.
Nike That's boys, we don't do 3 stripes, like Travis Scott said.
Right. Come on now. Let's see. On God says, Alex, how do you feel about the Yankees? I never watched them, but I do support them in the playoffs.
Do I have the permission to curse right now?
Go ahead, bro.
Fuck the Yankees, bro. I'm an Orioles fan. Honestly, bro. I'm not taking on that.
Oh, man. All right, let's see. Our guy Rush says, Captain America versus Batman. Who's winning in a straight-up fist fight? I'm going to go with Captain America. He's got that, he's packing a punch. He's packing way more of a punch than Batman is, just in terms of like raw strength. He's got that serum in him. Batman, I get it. He's strong and he's got hand-to-hand combat skills like a lot of people don't have. He's got some pretty crazy training, but Captain America, man, in a straight fist fight. I feel like he lands one or two good punches on Batman. It might be curtains for him. Let's see. K-Dog. I got K-Dog chimes in. He says, if you could meet any Ravens player, past or present, who and why?
Ooh. This is going to make me think.
Yeah, for sure. I would probably say... I would say Ed Reed.
Okay.
I would say Ed Reed because I would really want to pick his brain about the genius that he played, the level of genius that he played at the safety position for so long. Just the way that he played football, the way that he was able to anticipate quarterbacks throwing the football and read their eyes and things like that, and fake them out by using his body and his own hips, faking like he was going one way and then cutting back to the other side of the field and getting an interception, taking it all the way back. I would just want to pick his brain a little bit. Even Bill Belichick, had to say the same. He had to do the same. He was like, Ed Reed is, the greatest to ever do it for these reasons. I just would want to know how he played the game at such a high level for so long. I would go Ed Reed.
For this one, I think it has to be top 3. And this can kind of go out of the, like what? I'm going to go Marshall Yanda. I want to know how a guy who was working on a farm started playing left guard, right guard, every single position on the line and at a high level. I would love to meet Marshall Yanda. There's so many guys I would love to talk to, just past or present. Obviously Lamar. Honestly, all time, Ray Lewis. That's a given. But Jermaine Lewis too. How it felt taking that kick back in Super Bowl 35. That's okay. That would be kind of my wild card.
I feel that. Let's see. We got a super chat donation here from Asmodeus. Thank you so much, Asmodeus. Says, I'm an agent of chaos. I do both styles of cereal. Okay. So he does cereal first, and he also does milk first as well. He lives life
lavishly. You cannot.
Yeah. That. I can't get mad at that. All right. Let's see. We'll take a few more here from you guys. Let's see. How about you? Chris Swain. Yeah, Chris Swain, he agrees with me here. He says, if Bill Belichick and Tom Brady are talking about you before the game and are trying to figure out where you line up every play, you're good. Absolutely. Yeah. For sure. Definitely. All right. Let's see a couple more questions. McDiamond says, do you think Lamar is going to proudly sponsor the Under Armour brand? Nah.
I hope not. I'd rather see like Nike or Jordan first, and then maybe Adidas. Yeah, I hope not Under Armour.
Yeah. Let's see. Teb Dog says, did you guys see the Space Jam 2 trailer? I did not actually see that yet.
I did. That's the one. I'm going to watch that movie. I don't watch movies, but I'm going to watch Space Jam because I've seen Space Jam 1. You have to.
Thank you. Yeah.
I will.
Space Jam 1, that was definitely like my favorite movie as a kid, for sure. Let's see.
Imagine not liking Space Jam, like, honestly.
Let's see. KLA Sports says, who do you guys think the Lions will take at number 7? They need everything.
Not a quarterback.
Yeah, definitely not a quarterback.
Maybe if a guy like Jamar Chase was available. Because I thought he was being mocked to the Eagles at 6. Eagles traded that to the Dolphins. Did the Dolphins take a wide receiver? Not too sure.
Not too sure if they go wide receiver. Lions, like you said, maybe a Jamar Chase. It depends. They might just go best player available at the time. True. Since they do need so much. But we'll see though. KLA, let us know who you think that they'll take at number 7. Let's see. OMG. This one is for Simply here. He says, do you guys own any autographed sports memorabilia? If so, what is your favorite?
I own a lot. My favorite, kind of now putting in perspective, in 2019, I met Hollywood Brown as a fan. He signed a jersey I have, and now like he's acknowledging me. That's pretty cool. But of all time, I think Zach Orr. I've signed many helmet by him because he literally retired. But I gotta go with my Lionel Messi signed soccer jersey.
Messi, okay.
Probably, yeah.
I got you. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Not everybody gets a signature from Lil Messi, for sure. So.
Had to pay a pretty penny for that. But I'm looking to get a DK Metcalf soon, so you can best believe if I get that, it'll be up on the wall.
Oh yeah. Real quick, Alex, I don't know if I've ever asked you this before.
Okay.
But Who do you think is better, Ronaldo or Messi?
Is Boz in here? Boz.
I don't know. I'm
Boz.
not sure.
Paging Boz because I don't like comparing them kind of like after Kobe died, but I'm saying Ronaldo simply for the fact that dude has the killer instinct of just winning. Like that man wants to win no matter what. Doesn't care who he plays. And I actually did in college. I did an article or a presentation for my whole class. Who's better, Ronaldo or Messi? I said Ronaldo. Simple fact, he's won with his country, won with club. Messi never won with his country. Never brought a trophy to Argentina.
I mean, is Portugal just better than Argentina at football? Is that what it is?
Nope. Now they are, but back then they are not. Portugal was literally miles behind Argentina. So
I got you. Let's see. On God says, I'm taking Ronaldo. When you need a game winner, he will step up.
Yes.
Okay.
See what?
Clutch.
If you want to watch, it happened actually 3 years ago, a couple of days ago, an overhead kick against Juventus when he played for Real Madrid.
One of back in 2018, right? Yeah.
One of the best goals I've ever seen. It was crazy.
That was an amazing goal. It's just I'll never understand. I'll never understand how like soccer players do it. Period. But just that play, where like he was literally like flipping it in the air, like kicks the ball off of a crosser, and like it goes in. I'm just like, bro, what? Like I could never do that. And like the goalie doesn't even see it coming. You know,
the hardest thing. I'm scared to do bicycle kicks because like if you come out the wrong way, you can hurt yourself.
Yeah, so, that's what I always think too. I'm like, if I ever tried to do a bicycle kick, I would probably break my neck, my back, like
I never tried one. I'm scared to do it. Like when the time comes, so I'm just like try to go for the head or something. But yeah.
You got to be fearless. You got to be fearless to do something like that.
Yeah.
And hey, man, that's why Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the GOATs. He's one of the GOATs.
It's the fact they have respect for each other. That kind of just goes to show that like it's not who's better. I'm just happy I got to see him play both in my lifetime.
Christopher Swain, he says it's hard. They're both great, but I got to go for Messi. But it's not on Messi that he doesn't win for his country. Those games, World Cup, etc. Messi's teammates were not on the same page.
My only issue with Barcelona, he had Suarez, Neymar in a great midfield. They couldn't three-peat in the Champions League like Ronaldo did. And I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm not even a Real Madrid fan. So, I mean, it's just cool I get to watch them both play. I wish I could see him play in person, but both games I went to, Ronaldo wasn't playing, unfortunately. But I saw my team play Arsenal, so that was pretty cool.
Yep. All right, so I was going to go ahead and wrap it up for our questions segment of the night. Real quick, what's up, Spiritual Dub? Thank you guys so much for participating and, putting your questions in the chat. I see we have just one more. Let me see. Jonathan Washington Jr. says, will Lonzo Ball end up playing for the Bulls? I don't think so.
I hope so. Probably not.
I don't think so. I think they'll probably hold on to him. But yeah, thank you guys so much for participating in our question segment of the night. Now, let's just go ahead and recap what we talked about earlier in the episode. So the biggest news of tonight for us Ravens fans is, of course, Sammy Watkins had his first presser earlier today. And just real quick, I'm going to run down my biggest takeaways from it. Biggest takeaway for me was him saying that Greg Roman runs a complex offense when that is something that we literally have not seen, at least out of the passing game in the past couple of years, out of the Ravens offense. So that was very interesting. And it's kind of like we have to talk about as well, like the receivers and how Sammy Watkins was saying like, hey, it's on receivers to get open in an offense. Players, they call plays, coaches, they call plays, players, they got to go out there and execute, So that was very interesting to me. Also, my biggest takeaway, I would say, is the fact that Sammy Watkins, he said that Keith Williams, our new passing game specialist, he specializes in getting guys open and teaching guys how to get open, no matter what, frame, what shape, size they are, which I think that can really, really help out the rest of our receiving core, not just the Sammy Watkins, not just the Hollywood Brown, but some of the other guys that we're looking to develop this season too. But those are my biggest takeaways from the Sammy Watkins. I'll let Simply give his.
I'm just happy. We got a guy who is a big game player. He steps up when the shine is the brightest, unlike some people. But I'm looking forward to the off-season, regular season, preseason. Who knows? Hopefully, we'll be in the preseason. Hint, maybe. Hint.
Maybe.
It might be there. But yeah, the Keith Williams signing is just going to do more in the wonders for the future. We're going to get better players. We're going to get receivers actually want to come here. So I can't complain at that. And our next topic was the Sam Darnold trade. I mean, he went to the Panthers for a couple of just some draft capital. We both kind of agreed it was a win-win for both sides. Would you agree?
Yeah, definitely a win-win for both sides. You know, the Jets, they get a fresh start. They've got multiple draft picks even in the first round. In the first round, they have multiple draft picks. And they're going to get their quarterback. They're going to get Zach Wilson. They might go out, get a receiver or somebody to go on that O-line to protect Zach Wilson. So they get a win-win. They're getting to start fresh. And that's what they've been kind of building to do the past couple seasons. They've been stacking draft capital, and here we are. And they have a bunch of picks. So we'll see about that. And then also Sam Darnold, he goes to a system. Well, he goes to a team where he's got weapons now. So he's no longer playing with Jamison Crowder and, and
Perryman, CJ
Perryman, and was Frank Gore on that roster this past season?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was. Guys like Frank Gore. Now he's playing with Christian McCaffrey. Okay.
Yeah.
He's playing with McCaffrey, DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson. They might go out and draft a Kyle Pitts, like we talked about. So listen, they're both in good position. Sam Darnold and the Jets.
Yes, they are.
So. And
then our last was just talking about the quarterbacks, kind of who we think is yay or nay. I think the biggest one we agreed on would be the Daniel Jones, I think. Would you say so?
Yeah, I mean, I would probably say so, yeah. I mean, because Daniel Jones, we've seen him for a couple of years now, and it really doesn't seem like there's too much promising coming out of, his skill set or anything like that. So, we'll see what he does like in the future. I think that we can give him, let's give him until the holidays. Right, okay. Let's give him until about December. That'll be halfway through the season. Well, even more than halfway. Well, that'll pretty much be the end of the season. But I'd say it honestly, no, not December. Let's give him until like fall, so like October. Let's give him October, early November, and then we'll be able to really say what we need to say about Daniel Jones.
Okay, so real quick, we have one last question from Casper. Hasn't been brought up yet. Favorite Pop Smoke song? What you rocking with?
My favorite Pop Smoke song. Rest in peace to Pop Smoke. It would probably be, I would probably say Dior. I'm going to say Dior.
Okay. Can't go wrong. I'm going Mannequin with Lil TJ just because he sang with Ariana Grande. Okay. And if you know me, you know I love Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande stan?
Not stan. No.
Not stan. But yeah, I'll probably go Dior. Either that or like Shake the Room. I like that song too.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, that's a good song. But I see a couple of you guys for the night. Okay, that's a good song.
Quando put War featuring Lil TJ. I can't go wrong with Pop Smoke, honestly.
Yeah.
It's taken too soon.
Definitely. Rest in peace to him. But yeah, this has been episode 40, the Malik Harrison, episode of the Purple Rain podcast.
The Kenny Young
big shout out.
episode.
Yeah, that too. Big shout out to Kenny Young and Malik Harrison. And big shout out to you guys watching, because we could not do this without you. We appreciate you guys so much for joining the Rain Gang. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button underneath this video. And if you're new here and you made it all the way to the end, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well, because that's going to help us out a ton more. So you guys can expect more Ravens content coming you guys' way Mondays and Thursdays at the very least. Here's a little update. 5-Minute MMA is coming back soon and very soon. I meant to do a video the other day, but I wasn't feeling all that well, so I'm going to do that soon, this week for sure. And yeah, but we appreciate you guys for coming through. Real quick, our guy Hemo4 says, yo guys, I got accepted into Eastern Tech, best high school in the country, in the county. Big shout out to you, Hemo4. Congratulations, man. Absolutely. Love to see the Rain Gang doing well, man. Love to see it, man. But yeah, this has been episode 40 of the Purple Rain podcast. Alex, I'll let you go ahead and take us out.
I hope everybody had a great Easter for those who celebrate it. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong. How do we forget Easter and Good Friday too? Come on.
Yeah. They both just passed.
I hope it was great. But until then, I hope you guys have a great week. We'll see you on Thursday. Talking some drafts. And stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, stay positive. Test negative.
And most importantly, don't forget,